Hi, everyone. Welcome to Empowered Me podcast. Today, on this episode, we are going to have Ngoc Anh, one of the first lady who have joined Dare to Dream. But besides she's my client, but beside it, she's also a very inspirational yoga teacher and yoga coach. And also have a very inspiring personal story to share as well. That is why I feel so inspired to invite her here and share with you how she have changed her mindset over the last few years and how and what we can learn more about yoga, connecting back to the body and also connecting back to the mind, and at the same time learning from a woman who really dared to dream. And so welcome to the show, Ngoc Anh, and we are so happy to have you here.
Thank you, Mai, for your beautiful introductions. And thank you, everyone listening to this podcast. I admire Mai's work and very happy to be here to share my story.
Beautiful, thank you. Just the beginning, we're going to have three personal questions about you so that everyone is going to be able to learn more about you. So tell us where you are from and where you're living now and what do you love the most about those places.
So I am originally from Hanoi, Vietnam. Currently, I'm living in Melbourne, Australia. I came to Melbourne 4 years ago to study Master of Social Work and fell in love with the country here. So I decided to stay here. So far, Hanoi and Melbourne are both in my heart. I love these places because of the people and the cultures. Um, Hanoi is actually the place where I grow up and discover a lot about myself. But Melbourne is actually the place that I actually found who I am. Yeah.
And what made you feel like you are Melbourne?
Uh, I like the lifestyles in here that I have more time to look inward for myself and understand what my desire and follow it through till the end. Yes.
Beautiful, more freedom in emotional growth, right? I
Yeah.
feel the same
Yes.
in Sydney.
Yes.
So tell everyone, what are you grateful for right now the most?
I'm really in a good time of my life where I feel grateful for almost everything, for small things, for food, for shelter, for the work that I have. But basically, I think two most important thing now I'm grateful is the first one is my family and my friends. Um, they are very supportive of what I am following now as a yoga teacher and also as a social worker. At my very first year, like about 7 years ago, when I first started as a social worker, everyone doubted me a lot, and they actually did not like the idea that I'm following this path. But now they are very proud of me of doing this work. So I feel grateful for that. And the second thing is that I'm also grateful to have Maya as a coach here. For this year, yes, definitely. I believe this year will be a huge change for me in life, in relationship and in career, where I also take a big leap of faith and to grow quicker. So I'm also grateful. Thank you, Mai.
Oh, so beautiful. And I really hear you when you say that my family doesn't support me when I choose social worker because in Vietnam, such a job is not really existing and they don't actually know what is it about. And me too,
Yeah.
when I started to do coaching, my parent was like, what is coaching? And I don't believe that you're going to make a living out of it. And I remember the first few days, I have to be the first one who tell myself that I support myself through this and I am going to be the only one who go through this journey with myself. And that was the source that get me going. And you are such a bookworm. So what books are you reading recently? And tell us like one or two books that have changed you totally.
Yes, I the the most recent book that I'm reading now, almost finished. It's very famous one everyone may know. That is The Fountainhead. I heard about that one long time ago 10 years ago, but only had the courage to read it now because it's 1,000 pages. And it's only at the end of the book that I really know that, okay, it's come to me at the right time. It shares about how people are struggling to find their own identity, and only those who stay at the end, who really follow what they're calling inside, is the one who live their life. And those who really confuse or try to please other people or try just to achieve the social status will will not be able to live their own life. So I see myself in that book a lot. Um, it encouraged me to really dare to follow what I'm designed. And yes, really recommend this book, The Fountainhead, for those in the 20s or those who even looking for the purpose of life. This definitely changed my life.
Wow, I didn't know that you're reading such book, and it's such a like alignment message that's sending to you right
Yeah.
now. And no wonder you sign up right away for Dare to Dream. And I have read the growth that she shared about her growth for the past year,
Yeah.
especially for the past 1 year. And I was so proud of her because I know that given the background, we're coming from an Asian country where family and social conditioning are really, really strong. Given that she was able to break many limitations that she had perceived about herself before, and now starting to live more exactly who she desired to be. And I just think
Mm.
that it is the journey of unfolding, to come
Yeah.
back to where you are born, as a person, to uncover your authentic self.
Mm.
And she has been inspirational in sharing a lot of useful information on her Facebook. So what was the biggest growth for you for the last 1 year, and what was the drive for you to start leaping further in faith, just like how you said in the beginning?
Um, that's really so. I always thought myself as a lifelong learner, and since like university and high school, I always thought that, oh, I focus a lot of personal development. But only until I think the beginning of last year, I totally understand that the way I learned is um a bit wrong. Like I just learn in circle, and there's not much of breakthrough. That's that's then at the end, I actually try to know more about different type books. Also learn more about Buddhism, and at that time, I had a lot of realizations about how I have different many limiting beliefs, and I try to break through that a lot. I used to have a belief that I do not have capacity to draw, or do not have capacity to dance, or even to become a yoga teacher. There's a lot, but then I just listen to myself, and I see the joys of doing all these work. So I just do it step by step. First, I just draw a bit, and then now until now, 1 year after, I can see that like really practice makes perfect, and what you do with joy will really bring you the talent, and then you will just see that, oh my god, I'm multi-talent, and have the courage to do that, can see yourself in that way as well.
And really, like, it is exactly how it is. You just allow yourself to start doing step
Mm.
by step, and taking that first step in
Yes.
actually seeing that you can actually do it. I mean, after I've done a lot of work on my mindset, and I understand about how brain work, how mind work, I start realizing that we were the one who put a lot of conditioning on ourselves. And we
Mm.
took,
Yes.
when we were the kid, we was listening to our parents, and then we took the parents' words as the truth. And whatever they say about you, whatever they see you, whatever the perception they have about you, it is your truth. And on this journey, I see
Yeah.
myself undoing a lot of that perception, and I allow myself to paint as well, and to start dancing,
Mm.
and to go freely with the movement. And I am so in love with your yoga, because I
Yeah.
remember, she was sharing with me halfway through the first time we coach, which is like at the beginning of this year, like I am going to be trained as a yoga coach. And I told her, perfect, you can be a yoga coach right now. And she's like, no, but I have to finish a qualification before I
Yeah.
be a coach. And I said, no, you don't, because you can start helping other people already with your yoga. And it was such a big move for her to showing up and hosting yoga session, which I absolutely love for the weekends. And share with us about your love for yoga and what was the plan between connecting to mind and connecting to body through your self development work and yoga work.
Mm. Yeah, so for yoga, at first I see, but then there was time I was so stressful. I cannot really do much. Yes, and I struggle a lot. It led me to know more about the breath work and meditation. I only back then I can connect back to myself a lot and see that there's a lot of thought coming to myself, and I start to release and letting go more, connected back to the feeling, and the more I connect back to the breath, the feeling, and the more I realize that it is like a combination of the body, the mind, and the soul as well. If you want to become a better person or to understand more about ourselves, then I decided to know more about yoga in like a different approach, like my body and soul. And I see that it is a journey of discovering my own self to become back to my authentic self as well through yoga. So in each session, I feel that not just only my body move, not just the muscle move, but also like my mind is really mindful, and I get clear about my thought, and I also get like enlightenment after each session because there's some thought that I can realize. There's some lesson that I will learn, and then I feel so good after that. Yeah, so that's my journey, and I would like to share this journey with other people as well, for them to find their own self.
So besides finding their own self and after a session, they have a self accomplishment feeling of
Mm,
they have done something good for their body and then like healing their mind. What else do you want to bring to the people who have done yoga with you? What
mm.
else? What are the other benefits that they would discover?
Yes. So I believe that this is like for them to discover their own, and they actually will also just have own unlimited beliefs. They may come to me also just as a fitness person. I feel that now they are overwhelmed with all the negative thoughts, negative news, and there's not much space for all the positive affirmation. And that's where I also want to become as a person who also affirm to them that they have capacity, confirm with them that they should be believe about themselves and about their self-worth. So that is one thing, and I hope that they also can take a big leap of faith like me to join yoga and to know that they can do much, much more better.
Yeah, beautiful. Because I believe that we can transform our life through many ways.
Mm,
It doesn't have to just
mm,
be through meditation or through coaching or through yoga. It can be in so many ways. It's just
yes,
like unlimited way of transforming your life. It just I think it needs to start with the first desire to change you
mm,
first and have
yes,
boldness to go forward with your desire. And I have seen that you have said that you started social work and then now you doing
mm,
yoga coaching. How does it like meet
mm,
one another in the past? What was the big heart
yeah,
behind it?
oh, yeah, very beautiful questions. I actually, um, this come very naturally for me. Um, I like working with people. I like talking with people, and I also want to become a counselor from a social worker. At the moment, I'm working with people with mental health issues, and I feel that emotional support for them is very important. And they actually have the capacity to do everything they can. They just need someone to assure them that they need to do that. But as a social worker, what I have them is only like bringing very essential service to them. Partly that I can help them more about the mindset and about all the holistic approach like mind, body, and soul. I have very limited time with them. So definitely yoga practice is a like bonus to combine with my practice in social work. If they can also have all the essential support and then have chance to do yoga, that is a great combination where they also have different support in the mindset, in the mind as well. So I see myself in that way. They and it also can balance my work as well. Some in very sad mode and some is in very positive mode. And then really like yeah how I can balance myself.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what is going to unfold for you as a journey of combining both of this, but I believe
Mm.
that as far as you follow your desire, things gonna start unfolding because I see myself before I am like really into Buddhism and learning about like living and applying Buddhism in practice. And then I was so into coaching for relationship and love. And then I was so into universal work and all of that. And now everything just starting to make sense. Only now it started to make sense.
Yes.
So I believe that your journey is going to unfolding exactly
Mm.
how it is when you still dare to step forward and step forward. So come back to the bonus that you mentioned. Like if we
Mm.
have the dream, we have to take the bonus action to lead into faith into that dream. Tell me why you're such a good reader and self-developed yourself before, and why are you? What have changed in you that you look for help in me, and why are you
Yes.
even live further with the work of Dare to Dream?
It is really a very big courage for me to ask for support.
I know.
I I definitely know that I'm not the most intelligent person. I'm not the most the best one. I'm not the hero, but there's something inside me. I back then I believed that I can do it myself. Maybe it just maybe like when I was grow up, I always had to believe that um, if you cannot do it, no one can help you. Definitely that, and then that's why I always think that okay, no one can help me, and I need to try my best, and only myself can help me. So I try different ways. I learn different ways. And the thing is that I achieved many things from that as well. So I believe, okay, that is the only way. But only then until last year when I suddenly realized that I start to learn very slow. And I just like I hit a wall that I could not learn further. I'm just stuck there. And I know that oh there's definitely something wrong with me because there are a lot of things to learn. How come I could not feel that I'm learning? So that's when I decided that there must be different ways. And the quickest way would be to learn from other people, to learn on their pathway. So I decided that's when I started to know more about coaching. And I believe coaching is really the right way because I still need to do my best. Um, no one actually still can help me, but they can guide me through that. There are possibilities, there are options, and that I still can do it in a quicker way. So yes, so that's one come a point that I take all the courage to accept that I cannot do it all alone myself anymore, and I ask for support, and then I come to mine.
Oh, yeah, I know we all like starting somewhere where we have achieved by a certain level, and we know that, oh, this must be the way, this is the only way to get to success. And I remember how the thing that hit me when I finally realized that I need a mentor was, I realized that you can only learn so much, but you can't solve the problem at its own level of consciousness. And I don't understand what does it mean by I can't solve my own problem at my own consciousness. But now I do know that when I am the same equal with my problem, I actually can't see beyond it. And because I can't see beyond it, I can't see there's a possible way out to solve it. And I believe right now everything has a solution to go with it. And I have trained my mind to go for solution oriented. And when I can't think of a solution, I feel so much better to have a peace with myself, to know that I have someone that I trust and I can ask for a solution. And that is why I really love how coaching came, because we are not the teacher, but we are the facilitator for anyone's success in this journey. And we are here to help, and we are here to just show them that, hey, if you're going the wrong direction, go back here, and there's a endless possible way to think about this solution. I'm helping to lay all the options for you, and you just decide the best for you. So I really love it. And why are you joining Dare to Dream? Yeah, why are you joining Dare to Dream when you already have done a lot of private work with me?
Yes, so private work with Mai is beautiful, and I have learned a lot. I just suddenly feel that is not enough, because we definitely still live in a world where there's a lot of interaction with other people who only have their own truth, and who only know their own way to do things. And they may share that, no, it is not possible, and you cannot do this, and it's so difficult. So they all just care about me and worry that I will fail. So they actually just share with me, and that's when I feel that I may think that, oh, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm too confident that I can do it. But then I thought that no, they definitely maybe just because the people that I met, they have their own truth only. I may need to meet those who actually can do that, who also know that there is possibilities, so that I will get inspired from them that things can be done. And if I have like a person, like a partner, a community who always show me that there's always like abundance out there, and you only need to go and grab it, then I will have more courage to do that. So I think that Dare to Dream is a community where I can have that support to outweigh all the negative affirmation, and to go with me in this journey.
Yeah, and you just say about affirmation, and I just want to have an information, like with one negative affirmation, you need 10 positive affirmation to outweigh the negative one, so that you clear your mind and get your mind back to zero and get back to the state of everything is possible. And Dare to Dream is really the program for anyone who are looking for that community, because as a feminine woman, you can't thrive alone, because alone is such a masculine way of doing things, like doing things in the only way. And as a feminine woman, we thrive in community. And when you can see that 8 other beautiful souls already think like you, trust like you, have the strong faith like you, and are so fiercely about the pursuit of success and happiness in all areas of life, just like how you are, you're going to start believing that, oh yeah, this is true. And you start shaping your reality. You start attracting more of such women in your reality. And this is how mind works, because your intention makes your reality, and what you're focusing on, you have more of. If you are surrounded by women who are so negative, who are, I'm not saying that they are not good, but they are just not having the level of consciousness that you are vibrating at, then you can't go further from this, because it's going to always weight you down. It's going to always draw you back. So I am so happy, and you are such an inspiration to have in the program as well. I'm sure a lot of the women here find yourself so inspirational. Um, I think what really, I just want to understand what really speaks to your heart when I talk about Dare to Dream, where you can have it all through the way of living like a queen. What speaks to your heart the most about that?
Um, Definitely the support from other people. I know from the beginning of this year that I need to be in the community. That's my intention. Because I realized that I was by myself for a long time and so isolated. And I'm looking for different way to join community. And when my share about the Dare to Dream program, I know that, oh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I already know what I want before, and it just comes. So I just grab it. That's why there's no need for me to ask my what support that you provide, because I know it definitely that one. And because now I know that I have the capacity to do that, and I believe that there's possibility. I just need to grab it, and yes. So when opportunity comes, I just grab it.
And is it, I just want to share because maybe she forgot, but she told me, like way before I launched Dare to Dream, that I want to have learn to have it all, right? I want to learn how to have it all. Tell me about this desire to have it all from you.
Uh, yes. So I used to be the one who just thought that I cannot have it right now. Mostly all the conditioning happenings, then I can have it. I always like just sit there and think that the universe can bring things in the right time, and I just need to wait. And I then for the last 3 months after I worked with my, I thought that no, it's actually not work way. I still need to try my best, make the first move, and then the universe will finish the rest. Then that's why I started to think, okay, I need to make a first move first. The right time is now for me to take the first step. The outcome will come when the universe decides will be. And then I also before always thought that I can only do one thing at a time. Only finish this one and then come to the next one. That's all conditioning. And then I realized that I also can do it now, all start now, and then it will come connected. And no more either or thought, because I know there is a way out. And then I decided that I actually could have all, and then also write down in my like in my whiteboard, I can have all, and I have more there so that I can see it every day to confirm again with my.
Such an inspiration. She wrote on her board, on the door, that I can have it all. After we talk about the mindset of the queen, who you can have it all, you can stand for the ends. You don't have to sacrifice your love for your career. You don't have to wait
That's
for
right.
time to be perfect. You go, you make
Yes.
time for it. I'm so happy that you answer your calling and join and live with me on this faithful journey of seeing how possible it is to have it all and have it all right now, not in a year's time, not in 10 years' time. So, if there
Yes.
is any final word that you would like to send for someone who was doubting on her own capability to own her desire, both in love and in career, just like who you were like many years ago, what would you say to her?
It's like um I believe that life is very limited now. There's limited time to live now, and we need to live it right now. And we can have it right now. What I mean right now is not that you try to do everything at the same time, not that, but we can just take small steps, at all everything, and things will just unfold later. So do not try to wait for your family to settle, or for you to have a career to settle before coming to other things. You can just start everything now, and then you will have everything like gradually, slowly or quickly. But just start everything now, and then things will come to you. So just just think that you can do it all, yeah, and start to do it now.
Yeah, so you can do it all and you can do it now. And you
Yes.
can do it all in a feminine way because like there's a
Mm.
masculine way of doing it all, but it is exhausting. It is just so painful. It is
Yes.
just so draining and I don't want to do it. That is why I really love and feel inspired to
Yeah.
teach about doing it all, but in a feminine way. So thank you
Yes.
so
Yes.
much for
Same.
this time and where people can find you and your inspiring yoga sessions.
Okay. So you can find me in my Facebook. So my Facebook is Anh Đặng Ngọc. So ANHDANGNGOC. Or you can try to search the group Authentic Self with Yoga, where I will share my knowledge and tips and video of yoga there, and would love to see you there.
Yeah, and I would put all of this in the show note and people can find it in
Mm,
the show note as well. Thank you again, Anh, for this beautiful talk and I feel so inspiring. And I cannot wait to see you in Dare to Dream as well, everyone. If your heart beats racing and if your heart say that, yes, I would love to be like her, I would love to start seeing how
mm,
possible to have my dreams. Don't afraid and don't be afraid. Don't listen to your body or don't listen to your brain because your brain is always gonna say no. Ask yourself, how can I have it? How can I be like her? And
yeah.
that I believe is gonna give you the answer. So I'm gonna say goodbye right now. Thank you once again, and
Mm,
thanks everyone who is tuning into the
thank you,
show
Mai.
today. Yes, and lovely to have you, and I see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.